Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television, and we combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Joined with me is Joseph.
Yellow.
And Ian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're minus Jay Hugh this week.
Oh, pour a glass of beer out for him.
Yep.
For the homies.
This one's for my homies. Ian, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah, we should be able to get through this
glass
quickly.
of beer out for him.
The Spike Lee's next movie he announced, it's coming out on Netflix. It's called The Five Bloods. It's going to star Chadwick Boseman, and it's about Vietnam veterans going back to the jungle to rediscover their innocence is a tagline. Sounds very Oscar-y to me. He's kind of been in that direction lately. I can't remember like the last popcorn movie.
He's kind of been in that direction like most of his career.
Well, he's done like Inside Man. He's Got Game, I believe, was him. So he's done some other ones, but yeah, most of his stuff. But we're talking about he's nominated for BlacKklansman for director and is nominated for best movie.
Chadwick Boseman, obviously, in Black Panther, so he's also got the...
Chadwick Boseman doesn't have a nomination yet, does he?
I don't think so.
So he's been in like Ray and he's been in like 42, but I don't think he's ever.
No, he might have been in 42. It might have been nominated
Not
for
right.
42.
You're right. It's the James Brown.
Yeah, Get On Up.
Yeah, but
Get On Up definitely was not nominated. If he was nominated for any of them, it was...
Yeah, I think it was
42 wasn't either.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's excellent in Draft Day.
I like Chadwick, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is what they're trying to get, some Oscar love from this. We'll see. Next is they announced the Breaking Bad movie is going to come out. It's going to be on Netflix and AMC. I think it's going to premiere on Netflix though, and it's going to star Aaron Paul. And they say he's going to get kidnapped and have to escape.
I thought it was going to be after that. That's what happens in the last season, right?
I know, but what I read is that the movie's going to be about him being kidnapped and escaping, which, if they're going to get him re-kidnapped, that sounds pretty mean. He's already been through the ringer, that guy. So I could be wrong, but that was what I read. I don't know.
I guess when I read the blurbage, I understood it to be it was post his kidnap and escape, but maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see.
That would make me sad, because that's like the thing I love about the ending is, Jesse's finally free of this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and like he had a downer. Like his girlfriend gets murdered right in front of him. Like
every awful thing possible happens to Jesse at the end of the entire show.
So maybe he'll turn around and he'll get a happier ending.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be dark.
You guys think Walter White comes back in like flashbacks at least?
Probably.
I
can't imagine you could make a Breaking Bad movie without some kind of fan service with Bryan Cranston.
What about Better Call Saul? Think he'll be in there? Because that's like part sequel, that show, if you guys don't watch it.
I mean, I guess Saul could be in there.
I would like, he's a great character. So, we'll see. I don't know. Next is Star Wars Episode 9 wrap filming this week. They posted a cast photo. Looked like they were on either Tatooine or Jakku.
Definitely a desert planet.
Yeah, I bet you Jakku, because kind of symmetry. They're very symmetry to the original, and in episode, in Return of the Jedi, they return to Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you could have a symmetry from 1 to 9 if you go back to Tatooine.
You're right. Very true. Maybe they do both. Maybe we just get 2 desert planets.
I don't know. I think that they really screwed up with Last Jedi, if I'm being honest. So my excitement's muted. I hope they do a better job.
Honestly, I'm more interested to see the public's reaction to Episode 9 than I am to actually seeing Episode 9. Because most of what I've heard from people who are not as into things as we are is that they just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Last Jedi it really hurt that franchise. It looks like there's definitely going to be a time jump, because from what I read on the photo is like Rey's wearing Jedi outfit and Finn's hair's really grown out. So it's not going to be like Last Jedi, which is pretty much right after Force Awakens. So there will be a time jump, and I bet you that's how they get rid of Carrie Fisher, but we'll see. Next is Netflix has finally purged out all of their Marvel shows.
Yep. We knew this was coming, though.
Punisher and Jessica Jones are finally canceled. Jessica Jones is going to have season 3, though, and then that'll be the last of it. I don't know. I haven't watched The Punisher. Have either one of you?
Nope.
Yeah, I hear great things about it, but I have yet to watch it. I did love Jessica Jones, though. That was my favorite of the ones.
I watched season 1 of Jessica Jones. I didn't watch season 2. Like Iron Fist and Luke Cage just kind of sapped my excitement out of all of those shows.
Yep.
And I stopped watching them.
I mean, they all just had a lot of filler.
Yeah, they all should have been 6.
Yeah.
And they were all 13?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think Daredevil and Jessica Jones' first 2 seasons were 10. I feel like it was with Luke Cage and Iron Fist was the first time they went to 13. And yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, a lot of drag in there. But I don't know. The way that I think that could only get revived, possibly, is on the Disney streaming service or maybe Hulu, because Hulu is picking up the animated shows now.
Yeah,
they already have Runaways on there.
So, I mean, the only one I would love to see continue is Daredevil, because I think that one's the only good one.
Yeah, again,
Jessica Jones was good too. You're right.
I hear great things about Punisher. So those 3 characters that I'll be interested to see continue on.
Or wipe it all out and let's do like good Daredevil movie. Let's do good Punisher movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love that.
I mean, John Bernthal is a great cast for movie or TV Punisher.
Yeah.
If you just want to give him a good story, and maybe I got so burnt out I didn't watch the Netflix series, so maybe that one is it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Now moving right along, they announced additional information on the Loki TV show. It's going to be, the showrunner is going to be a guy who writes for Rick and Morty.
That's a good sign.
And it says that it's going to be Loki's popping out throughout history and like unintentionally shaping the course of like historical events for humans.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like Doctor Who.
Sounds like Doctor Who. It's
MCU's Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's going to be a British guy popping in, somehow affecting the timeline.
Popping
up again later.
Has Tom Hiddleston been on Doctor Who?
He is not.
Whoa.
We found the British actor who hasn't been on Doctor Who.
Well, he was kind of like already. I guess when did Thor 1 come out? 2011. I guess Doctor Who had been around for a while by that point, so maybe not. But
yeah, I like that this is the way they're going, because I wouldn't want Loki to come back after Infinity War. You know, I think everyone else is going to come back from the snap, but his death seemed legitimate and final, and they've already brought him back so many times. So I think he needs to stay dead for like just the effect of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But we'll see what happens. I think that's still far out. And then the last, we got a couple of trailers we want to talk about. The first one is the Token trailer with Nicholas Hoult.
Yep.
Who I despise.
Yep.
He's just the worst. Mad Max. He's the worst part of Mad Max.
It's mostly just about J.R. Tolkien writing The Lord of the Rings, I guess.
During World War I, and basically him and his friends were the Fellowship.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a little bit on the nose to me.
The only reason I wanted to talk about this one is because it dramatically was giving me connections to that Charles Dickens movie with Dan Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had to think to myself,
the man who invented Christmas.
Yeah, and then I'm like, someone really proved to me that Dan Stevens and Nicholas Hoult aren't the same person. Because I'm pretty sure this is the exact same movie.
I prefer Dan Stevens to Nicholas Hoult, if only that I think he's more handsome.
That's fair. He's got a more defined chin.
Yeah, I'm not a Nicholas Hoult fan. I'm not really sure why he's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Tolkien fan, but I have no interest in this movie whatsoever. I really hate that there's kind of like, at least in the trailer, like he's going to be in these moments and then they're going to be the inspiration for Lord of the Rings things. The bomb goes off and he like sees the Balrog and stuff like that in it. I don't want that. I don't need that.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate these biopics that like you said with Bohemian, you made a good point, where they have to explain everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything has to be like have some sort of explanation behind it. You know, it's just
I'm kind of done with the biopic.
Yeah.
I don't think I need many more of them.
There's so many coming. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know if that Taron Egerton Elton John one is going to be one, but yeah, I don't know.
It does help when you have music, because then you can at least like if you're not super into the story, it's like, oh, I like all these songs though.
Yeah. What's the
that actually will bring us into another trailer that's coming up immediately after this.
The Winnie the Pooh one that came out last year that had Domhnall Gleeson in it or whatever.
Oh,
you're right. There was two of them. There was one with Ewan McGregor.
No, that's not a biopic. That's a Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yeah, but
really?
This one looks sadder. The one about A.A. Milne.
Yeah, the one that's actually about A.A. Milne.
And about how he like exploited his son to make Winnie the Pooh and all the 100-acre woods.
Maybe this will be closer to Finding Neverland.
Yeah.
Because that one's about them writing Peter Pan. I don't fucking remember.
God, there are a lot of these fucking movies now that you're saying it. You're right. So we'll see. I don't know. It's coming out in like the summer. Next trailer is yesterday.
Yep.
It's a
Danny Boyle's new film.
You know more about it than me. Go ahead.
Instead of well, it's not instead, but you know,
instead of Bond.
Now that he stepped away from Bond, this is what's coming out instead. It is about a musician, a struggling musician, who wakes up one day to realize that he is the only person who remembers that the Beatles exist. And so he kind of launches into fame playing all these old Beatles songs that no one else remembers. And everyone's like, these are the greatest songs ever written. And he's just pumping out the hits, but feeling really guilty about it on the inside because he knows he didn't actually write these things. And I don't know, it looks interesting.
It's a romantic comedy kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it with music. I don't know. Who thought of this? Like,
I don't know.
That's like such a weird idea. It's like Groundhog's Day.
It's 100% just an excuse to have a movie where you just play Beatles songs and everyone just has like reactions, like kind of like your standard biopic reactions to, new song.
Isn't it the same plot as Craig What's-His-Face's plot line in Hot Tub Time Machine? He goes back in time and he does all the famous songs from like our current era of music. You guys remember that?
I didn't see that movie.
You never saw Hot Tub Time Machine?
I haven't either. I know they made 2 of them. I hate comedies like that.
They're stupid. But there is a plot line where a dude goes back in time and just plays modern day music and gets famous for it. So that's what it reminds me of. This movie, I don't know, it didn't seem that interesting to me.
No, I'm with you
I
guys.
like Beatles music, but I don't care. I bet it's all a dream.
And then the next thing is the Ma trailer. It's with Octavia Spencer. It's kind of got a Get Out vibe.
It's by the same production. It's by Blumhouse, who does a lot of these low budget horror things.
Yeah, and she's like buying kids beer, and then she's inviting them back to their place, and then things start getting weird. So I don't know. Octavia Spencer's kind of creepy in that trailer. It caught my interest. I don't really like horror movies, but I don't know. I think it's a good concept.
I mean, she's taking advantage of the fact that they're teenagers, and she's like, "Oh, I'll keep your secrets. Come over and party at my house." And so they can't really like tell people that they're going over to this lady's house to, drink and have parties and stuff. But then things get really weird.
Yeah, like she starts spying on their parents and like they're blacking out and like things are missing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll probably, like you said, it's a Blumhouse movie.
Yeah.
But it'll be fine.
I like Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
The
I like a lot of Blumhouse movies.
Fake Orlando Bloom's in it. See how his star has fallen. Luke Evans.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Is he doing a Southern accent? I can't remember. I feel like he was.
Yeah.
It's his first dad role, so he's getting older now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm running through Luke Evans' extensive filmography in my head.
And then the last trailer is Frozen 2.
Long awaited.
There's not a lot. It looked weird to me. Different.
I dug it. I
dug it. See, my concern with it was that, and this is partially based on, they did like a short film for one of the other Pixar Disney movies where it's like, I don't know, it's sometime after the end of the first movie, and it's all just like everyone's happy and the powers are not a problem anymore. And I was worried that this was just going to be this kind of happily ever after, but just like some weird window of the happily ever after. But it immediately sets off with kind of a dark tone, and it's like Elsa trying. I'm wondering if she's trying to like track down where her parents went down.
That's
going into the ocean.
It looks like there's something to do with autumn in it. Like they're going to go to an autumn kind of world.
But it's got a surprisingly like a serious, intense kind of feel to it, and I'm down with it.
I think the movie should, because if you think about the age of the people who were like this movie really appealed to, by the time this movie comes out, those kids might actually be teenagers now. If you were 5 or 6 years old when Frozen came out, you're like pushing 12, 13, 14 now. So I think it should have a little bit darker of a tone to it. I agree with you, Joseph. My first thought, as soon as I saw the ocean part, is I was like, oh, this is about their parents. Mm-hmm. Like, I even kind of wonder if like Elsa wants to know where the powers come from or whatever, and so it's like tracking down their parents and their lineage, and that takes them to that like
I think there's going to be someone with autumn powers. I bet can move some leaves around. That's what it looks like.
What would autumn powers look like?
Move some leaves around. I don't know.
I can make trees naked.
I make delicious pumpkin pies.
I don't have a big affinity for Frozen like you two. I know you do. I assume you like it.
It's fine. Yeah, I like it. It's fine.
So. He's fucking lying to you. He watched it a lot of times.
I watch it a lot too. I don't have as many positive feelings as Joseph.
I think I've only seen it once.
I have gone back and revisited recently and shown it to my kids for the first time. And I definitely watched it too many times when it was in the theater. However, now going back, it's fun.
The big thing in Frozen is the music, right?
It's got great music.
It was very popular.
Yeah, I mean the characters are really great. I mean it's very good. I know a lot of people think Tangled's better. I disagree.
That's fucking wrong. I hate those people.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know people who listen to this podcast who feel that, and you're still wrong.
They take place in the same universe, isn't that right?
Yes. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, whatever, are in Frozen.
But so we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. It's coming out this Thanksgiving, so it's
long ways away.
Yeah.
I heard it came out because the Aladdin trailer response was so bad that Disney was like, we need to get them talking about something else right now.
That's possible because we expressed our feelings on Aladdin.
Yep. But that's it.
Yeah, I got nothing else. That's all of it.
All right. So join us a little bit later this week. We're going to be doing our Oscar preview to get you prepared on what's nominated, what should win, and what is going to win. But in the meantime, if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can reach us at betterthantransformers@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Real Phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. We'll see you guys later this week.
Have a good one, guys.